Srila Prabhupada wants to emphasize having faith in Krishna. And he quotes this verse from Bhagavad Gita. Maya Sakta Manapata Yogam Yundum Mat Ashraya Asam Shayam Samagram Mam. So that's the important thing. Why he's saying that? Because simply have faith in Krishna and his instructions, one can understand reality without a doubt. Asam Shayam, without a doubt. So when we understand like that, then both his material and spiritual energies, how they work, how they interact, makes it easy for us to understand. I believe in the beginning, many of us, when we start to read, it doesn't make sense, some of these things. But because our faith is growing, slowly we tend to understand the philosophy, little by little. So this philosophy, Achinta Veda, inconceivable oneness and difference, Prabhupada says, is the perfect philosophy enunciated by the Vaishnavas. Okay. Everything is an emanation from Krishna, but it is not that everything must therefore be worshipped. There is one, but it is different at the same time. One, it is Krishna's energy, but different because it's different, it's manifested different. Okay? So therefore it is inconceivable from how Krishna is manifesting it. So that's why Achinta Veda Veda Tattva. So Prabhupada says, even though material energy comes from Krishna, even this material chair, table is Krishna's energy, it is not that we should worship it. Right? First of all, we don't have the vision to see everything connected to Krishna. If you have that vision, then it's different. But we don't. So we have to follow what the scriptures say. And there are people who will, like Yanis, they will speculate. And what is the fault in that? It cannot give you reality. It doesn't show you what true thing is. They can speculate. They can analyze like scientists and postulate theories. But it is not the reality itself. Okay. So the scientists try to prove that there is no God and that everything is happening because of the laws of nature. But this is imperfect knowledge because nothing can work unless directed by the Supreme Suyate Sacharacha. So it says, under my aksha, under my supervision, this material energy is doing different activity. Without his supervision, she can't do it. Without his impetus, she cannot take up the role. So whatever happens in this material world is happening not by chance. There's a reason why it's happening. So this is a very good verse for you all to know, and you can preach using this verse. It's under Krishna's supervision. Krishna never says it's on its own, it's doing. Oh Arjuna, I'm sorry, it's doing on its own. He doesn't say that. So under my vision, it's doing. Right? The background of everything is Supreme Personality of God. Even Madhvacharya says that. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. So very rarely Krishna is understood. Why? Because people don't really take up the process seriously. So therefore Krishna is not understood by anyone. It's only those who put in the effort to know who Krishna is, then they understand Krishna. This Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha means to come to that conclusion will take many lifetimes also. So as Bahunam Janvanam Ante also. He speculates and then comes to understand there is a Supreme Lord. And then after that, he practices properly. And then even those who practice also, how many really take up the process seriously? So therefore, one who comes to the perfect knowledge, he is very rare. Right? 10 devotees, you can give the same instruction. You'll just find only one devotee puts the heart in it. Right? The Guru will give the same instruction. Why some only making advancement? Because the heart and the confidence and the faith, right? Remember we just spoke about the faith. Asam sayam samagram. So without that conviction in the heart, you're not going to understand the Supreme Lord. Jnana is there. You can, up to some level of jnana, you can understand something only. But to become, as you said, realized knowledge, that has to be at a different level. Realized knowledge is different. It is from the heart. It's revealed in the heart, in your chitta, in a hridaya, like that. So coming to perfect knowledge, it's not easy. So why? Because committing to the process, having full faith, doesn't come easily for one who is involved too much in the material world. The more you get into the material world, the less you actually understand Krishna. Because material energy is very powerful and she'll cover you. We know about that, right? Avaranatmika Shakti. Patmika Shakti too. And you confused it. But one with faith in Krishna and does it faithfully, Maya stands aside. And she respects that person. But as soon as they don't follow Krishna, then you're giving her the opportunity to cover you again. So she embraces you. And then you're lost. Or she holds you under her feet and with her Trishula she'll stab you.
Tapatraya.
Tapatraya. Yeah. Okay. So that's why it's very rare, Mahatma. Not that it's not doable, it's because to put so much faith and to pursue it to the end is very rare. Because all of us know how much we actually put into trying to connect with Krishna. Right? What effort we put in. So therefore, it starts with the spiritual master. Going back again, few verses. Serve the spiritual master, then the determination to go see through completely before your life ends will come out very strongly. Okay. Text 59.
So we need only determination. Is that right? We need only determination.
Yeah, to get your determination, you have to serve spiritual master and associate with the proper people.
The three things, Usat, Nishya, and Dhairya, Tapta, Pravartana.
Yes.
Enthusiasm, determination, patience.
Enthusiasm.
Determination, patience.
Yeah. Nectar of instruction. Yes. Enthusiasm, patience, and confidence. Okay. But how to get enthusiasm? Be with somebody who's enthusiastic. Or you feel enthusiastic. Then like they say, if you smile, everyone will smile with you. So similarly, you say, let's just go. You create little enthusiasm. Let's just go. Everyone, okay. They also feel the confidence. Right? If everyone is like, no, I don't know, then everyone feels morose as well. So if you are happy and say, let's go, then everyone's watching you saying, this guy is always happy, let's go with him. Then everyone becomes Mahatmas, saving fallen people. Text 59. Shitiyadinam ihartanam Chayana katamapihi Na sangato vikaropi Na pritananvito mrisha. In this world there are 5 elements, namely earth, water, fire, and ether. But the body is not a reflection of them, nor a combination or transformation of them, because the body and its ingredients are neither distinct nor amalgamated. All such theories are insubstantial. Very interesting. A forest is certainly a transformation of the earth. But one tree does not depend on another tree. If one is cut down, this does not mean that the others are cut down. Therefore, the forest is neither a combination nor a transformation of the trees. The best explanation is given by Krishna himself. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avyakta murtina matstani sarva bhutani na chaham tesha avastitaha. By me in my unmanifested form, which means is different energies, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings and me means in his energy. Brahman, Brahman is everywhere. So everything's, all beings are in him. But I am not in them. Means I as Bhagavan, I'm not within them. But as Paramatma, I am in them.
Next verse
Huh?
was completely different.
Next
Next verse.
next verse.
No, yeah, so line 4 and 9.
Yeah, nacha matstani bhutani pashyami yoga maishwaryam bhuta brinnacha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavanaha. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Then he says, behold my mystic opulence. Achintya. Cannot understand Krishna. By service and love, he will allow you to understand him. Not simply by jnana. Okay? So basically, he is not part of this material universe, but he is the source of this material universe, like that. Okay. So then another verse, which is a famous verse, Srila Prabhupada quotes, Parasya Shakti Vividaiva Shruyate, which means there's unlimited energy or multi-energies of the Lord. And we cannot actually conceive of. And they are expressed in different intelligence. We cannot understand. It's not possible to know how is it happening at all. Because all these energies are simultaneously existing at the same time and functioning under the Lord's supervision. Maya Dakshena Prakriti. So therefore it's so difficult to understand. But we understand through service. Through service we understand. Through service of spiritual master, service of devotees, advanced devotees. Then the understanding comes in. Then we understand he is here, he is not here. He has hands, but he has no hands. Right? At first, when you read, it's so confusing. Then when the Acharya say means he has no material hands, then you say, oh, ting, right? Something like that. So his energies are like that. At this level, we cannot understand how they are all functioning, how they interact. How is it that when you do a mistake, immediately they know? The demigods know. Everybody knows. You can deny it. Everything is known and recorded. It's just far out the way it works. We use facsimile system to send information everywhere. But it's the technology that the Lord has, it's inconceivable. His Paramatma potency is just way above our understanding. Right? As Paramatma in your heart, whatever nonsense you do or whatever you desire, it is known to the demigods. So therefore they allow you to do certain activities. How is that, It's like you have a speaker, nowadays they will have speaker, right? In your cell phone you talk, so many people, all the companies are taking data, where you're moving and so on. Something like that. There's a crude way of understanding. But the Supreme Lord, on his own energy, he can do all these things.
Google sends a monthly email about what all places you visited in the last month.
Is that right?
They figure out everything.
Yeah, because they have a GPS in your thing and they know where you're going.
How much time you spent, what all you bought.
They know what you buy.
At least like what all places you went.
No, like if you speak something, some dress or something like that, you just give random example. And then you open Facebook, you'll see that dress
advertisement.
Or whatever, pen or iPad.
So if this technology is so invasive, then
it's almost
spiritual technology can be definitely more.
So you can see how even they can use the material energy to invade your privacy. Just what to speak of Krishna's multi.
Reading our head and
Paramatma
putting
is
things in our head.
Yeah?
Right. Reading our head and
Yeah.
putting things in our mind.
Yes. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They want you to go out and spend money.
The main difference is in material world, the intention is not good.
Yeah,
But in
not
the spiritual. Paramatma intention is
Different.
good.
Yes, that's
That's the
right.
main difference.
That's very good, yeah. So then Prabhupada also says this applies to the deities in the temple. They are not stones. The Lord is there. It's just that we see stone, but the Lord is still there. Even if it's in the stone or statue, when He manifests there, it's not stone or wood. He is the Supreme Lord.
So
No?
Shalikram Shila is not stone.
Not a
It's
stone.
not.
course.
We may look, we may touch it, we may look at it. It feels like a stone, but it's not stone. Because you can worship and you can get results. You can't do that with ordinary stones.
That we do better.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is what Achintya Veda, Abheda Tattva is all about.
So sorry, Prabhu,
Yeah.
I didn't get this. So I understand the DT, it's not wood or stone. That's what I understand. But the main translation itself says the 5 elements may be earth, water, fire, air, and ether.
Yeah.
And the body is not a combination of them. We've been told that the body is a combination of earth, water, fire, air, and ether.
Yeah.
It's the human body.
So Prabhupada says that the best explanation is by me in my manifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. So there are different energies of Krishna. So we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are not of the earth, water, fire, and ether.
As a soul,
As a spirit soul.
spirit soul.
Even if you combine all that, we are not. And then he says the body is not a reflection of them. It's not a reflection. It's a combination of them. He says it's not.
Not a combination.
Not a combination,
Yeah,
not a
absolutely.
reflection.
It's confusing a bit. Yeah, I am convinced now. Yeah.
Yeah, because we read in the 13th chapter also it says, no? There are transformations. The transformations of the modes of nature.
Yeah, but here
So
is
this looks very
Prabhupada says
different, yeah.
not a transformation.
The first paragraph,
But
the
they are
purport.
saying, no, Narad Muni is saying all those theories are insubstantial, right?
Yeah.
From the beginning, he
So
says.
Prabhupada is trying to give an analogy in the first part of purport. If one is cut down, this does not mean that the others are cut down. Therefore, the forest is neither a combination nor a transformation of the trees. One comes from the other, but it's not the same. It's
You
quite.
would think forest is a combination of trees. Still little.
No, it is a transformation of.
No, I think what he's trying to say is if earth, air, fire, if one of them is changed, the others won't change. That's his point.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of elements. If you move away one of the element, it doesn't change the whole. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that.
So this verse says, no, in Bhagavad Gita, that
Because if elements are parts and closely connected to the body, it would mean that if the parts in the body were destroyed, the whole body should be destroyed. But it doesn't happen.
It exists independently.
So it is not the whole, it's just a part. So I think that's the argument.
It's a part and it's kind of independent.
Anyway, let me find out further because I'm also just as confused as you are. So I don't want to speculate.
Actually, there's an explanation in the translation itself. Because the body and its ingredients are neither distinct nor amalgamated, means the distinct combination of these things can vary. That's what he's saying. So it is not just the earth, water,
It's
air,
not just
fire,
chemical
ether.
combination.
It's not just a chemical combination. That's what he's saying.
That's what I.
Like normally amalgamated, the English word means you put
Yeah,
all
yeah.
5 things in a vessel and it becomes a body. It doesn't
Anyway.
it's not that.
So I think next verse Prabhuji says that
Let's go,
it
yeah.
is made up of these 5 elements and this particular explanation is insubstantial, which
Yeah.
is a misinterpretation.
That's what
But the next
Prabhuji
verse is the correct verse.
was saying. Yeah.
Next verse is the
Because there are different theories put forward. Text 60. Datavo Vyayavitvacha
Dhatavu Avyavitvaksha
Tanmatra Vayavairvina
Tanmatra Vayavina
Nasyuhi Asati Avayavini
Vasyuri Asasya Vavyavini
Asannavyayavo Antata.
Sasanhavyayavo Antataha.
Because the body is transformed, because the body is formed of the five elements, it cannot exist without the subtle sense objects. Therefore, since the body is false, the sense objects are also naturally false or temporary. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Dehi Nityam Avayodhyoyam, right? The soul is permanent, but the body is.
Yeah.
So that's what he's saying
That's
here.
what
also.
he's saying.
Body is false.
So you basically saying the body is false. But the causes of the body, such as earth, is also false. That's what he's saying. Dhatu means that which supports, right? So Dhatavaha cannot exist without the other things, the sense objects and subtle things, right? They all must be there together to make the body.
Right.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, this is how we have to be careful. Otherwise,
Maybe the
we get
next verse
confused.
also. Next verse is also further clarifying.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Text 61. Syat sadrishya brahmastava
Sadya Brahmastavar
vikalpe sati vastunaha
Vikalpe Sati Vastunaha
jagrat swapau yata swapne
Jagrat Swapau Yata Swapne
tata vidhi nishedata.
Tata Vidhi Nishedata.
When a substance and its parts are separated, the acceptance of similarity between one and the other is called illusion. While dreaming, one creates a separation between the existences called wakefulness and sleep. It is in such a state of mind that the regulative principles of the scriptures, consisting of injunctions and prohibitions, are recommended. Okay.
There's a whole series of verse. So you have to start reading them, then it makes sense.
Everything you have to read
Yeah.
first.
That's the first one. Don't read one.
Right.
Then it makes sense.
Yeah.
In material existence, there are many regulative principles and formalities. If material existence is temporary or false, this does not mean that the spiritual world, although similar, is also false. That one's material body is false or temporary does not mean that the body of the Supreme Lord is also false or temporary. The whole idea is to make us understand that there is a difference between,
Material world and spiritual.
that there is a spiritual existence. And so he is showing that the material existence is false. Yeah, that's the whole argument he's building up to. Narad Muni is building up to. Okay, the spiritual world is real and the material world is similar to it. For example, in the desert, we sometimes find a mirage, but although the water in a mirage is false, this does not mean that there is no water in reality. Water exists, but not in the desert. Similarly, nothing real is in this material world, in that sense. Okay, but reality is in the spiritual world. The Lord's form and his abode, Goloka Vrindavan in the Vaikuntha planets, are eternal realities. This is temporary reality. Ours, what we are, the Prakriti that we are in is temporary reality. Okay, so that's the whole idea here. But basically, it's a reflection of the spiritual world, but it is a temporary reality. Okay, spiritual world is eternal reality. So that's the only thing you need to know. So the first three verses that we read is just to point out that everything is actually false here. The reality is there,
Spiritual.
spiritual.
Or is it that material cannot exist without spiritual?
That
life
is-
cannot exist also without
You
body
can-
cannot exist without
You can
soul.
see it like that also.
Body cannot exist also.
Hey, did you check? Did he?
He didn't message me.
It's Abhishek going on right now. Abhishek.
Okay, so you all should go there.
Yeah, Abhishek.
Yeah,
He'll stop him.
yeah.
61.
So we'll take 62 from tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'll see if I can. I'll look through those verses, see if I have notes on those two.